Alrighty, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's absolutely fantastic regular dinosaur action. Last night, that was a doozy. A lot of fun happened on my birthday stream. Ate a apple fritter. Started off with an account that was over 2 years old since I had logged into that specific free-to-play account. I've made a bunch since then, just, starting off fresh, opening up all the free packs that you get, and I certainly opened quite a few packs from never having logged in since September 2021, something like that. Man, it's been forever. I can't believe it. Yeah, but back to the regularly scheduled programming. Nothing too fancy today other than Vivien Reid. Even with 22 lands, 21 lands, it still seems like I'm flooding quite a bit. That certainly could just be variance. Likely it is, but we'll find out tonight. I would hope I don't flood as much as I do, grabbing lands from the library with Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper, and then also seeing various other non-basic lands like the lovely Castle Garenbrick. But if I keep getting lands off the top as I have been, Vivien Reid is going to provide that fantastic card advantage, but also digging. Her +1 there, that's what I really want to look at. We look at the top 4 cards of our library, we may reveal a creature or a land from among them and put it into our hand, putting the rest on the bottom in a random order. That is lovely stuff. The +1, digging 4 to grab something, anything. And there are a wide variety of Viviens. I think I like this one potentially the best. Also because the -3 there, you get to destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. So we got a little bit of coverage for stuff. And the -8. Whenever I've used this Vivien Reid, I have not got to her ultimate. I would imagine by the time we get there it's probably all over, but that would just be pretty cool to see at least once tonight. Creatures we control getting +2/+2, vigilance, trample, and indestructible. Boom, boom. Yes, Scorpion, absolutely. There you go, smoking opponents. But speaking of card advantage, as Xenagos, God of Revels, is pseudo card advantage. If you're doubling a creature, it's like you have 2 of that creature. Hoping to double Carnage Tyrant or Tranix Rex, of course. Anybody big with trample, and also giving haste. Maybe the opponent sweeps us. That sucks. But then we get to play Carnage Tyrant, and we get to attack with it that same turn. Sometimes Carnage Tyrant is sitting around, unfortunately, waiting, where Tranix Rex could be a little bit better, since it does have that haste already. Nash, how's it going? Your dream is for them to add OG Domri. Absolutely. The best creatures known to man. Oh my goodness. Hopefully. I have used the OG Domri before, Dimir Rogues, just simply that. Kind of similar to Vivien Reid here, where it's just simply the Planeswalker's name. I don't even know if there's an animation when you ultimate with Vivien Reid. But yeah, the main part. The +1, if she lands, at the very least, worst case scenario, we get an extra card each turn, but we're digging. We're going past maybe 2 lands. Maybe the main thing it does is only getting us ahead 3 turns, 4 turns. Perhaps there's nothing much to grab, but we dug 4 deep. And then the very next card that we're going to draw on the following turn is some big heavy hitter. And saving yourself a few turns is pretty major. The Great Henge, of course the Great Henge is great. It's in the name. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you put a counter on it, a non-token creature. You put a counter on it, and you draw a card. But oftentimes, I'm drawing land still. Or I play the Great Henge, and I have no creatures to follow up with it that turn, unfortunately. This, I can play it, +1, dig, grab a land, possibly setting up for a future turn's Tranix Rex, something like that. Doubling season would be divine. But there is something that makes Planeswalkers enter with double counters. Evolution Sage, Topiary Stomper, Fetch Lands. Oh, man. That is a good point. Let's take a little bit of a divergence. We'll look at ways to increase loyalty on Planeswalkers, proliferate that sort of thing, because I was actually looking into it. I'm trying to see if there's a reasonable way to ultimate with Vivien a little bit sooner without sacrificing the stuff I'm already doing. I don't want to make all this good general lovely power worse. It would have to be pretty darn good. And there is one thing that is the best, maybe. The good old Vorinclex, well, not the OG Vorinclex. Yeah, Vorinclex Monstrous Raider. 6 for a 6/6 trample haste. My decks have no problem spending 6, of course. Castle Garen Break right here. Its ability making 6 green, so that lines up perfectly. Trample haste, lovely, lovely. Xenagos doubling that, but the ability, if you would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, you put twice that many. It's not like you're actually putting counters on the Planeswalker. I mean, you are. Vorinclex's ability means Vivien enters with double. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That'll do. Oh, yes, Modern Horizons Proliferate Dino. Ugh. That would be very good. City something. But there's also Huatli's Raptor. I mean, this would be potentially one of the most lovely things. However, there's another one that searches for basic lands. I forget the name. I'll check it. 1 second. I could see myself adding Vorinclex if I had stuff that had other counters, dinosaurs that were getting +1/+1 counters. I don't think just Vivien Reid potentially ultimating is enough to warrant simply adding it. However, expand the spear. Oh, it could. Oh, definitely. Vorinclex. Slap a copy of Vorinclex in the sideboard. You do hurt opponent's stuff. Opponent's Viviens or Liliana's. All the opponent's Planeswalkers enter with half loyalty counters. Rounded down, I believe. So Vorinclex can just hose a lot. +1/+1 counters. Energy counters if you're facing off against Tamer energy. Maybe I will slap a Vorinclex in. It's a little bit of hate and is a great creature. Big. However, expand the sphere. That's the main thing I was looking at. We play Vivien Reid. She starts off with 5 loyalty. We do +1. She's at 6. Then it comes back around to our turn. And we play Expand the Sphere. Look at the top 6 cards, put up to 2 lands from among them onto the battlefield tapped. We won't be doing that. Throw that out of the way. We'll choose to put no lands. If fewer than 2 were put onto the battlefield this way, proliferate a number of times equal to the difference. So if we put 0 of the 2 lands, it means we proliferate twice, which means the next turn it comes around, Vivien will be sitting at 8 loyalty. We can ultimate on that second turn, and boom.
Oh man, tough stuff.
And that was the wrong one. I meant to press that one. I have those two side by side, and the icons on my stream deck look pretty similar. Bloated Contaminator. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, where's Bloated Contaminator? Oh, yes. When it deals combat damage to a player, proliferate. Could be a little bit hard potentially to get that damage through to get the proliferate. We'll see. I think I would maybe prefer something that was an instant or a sorcery that just let me do it. But speaking of a dinosaur, going way back to War of the Spark. Well, at least Raptor being a green and a white, not too hard. We would have to tweak the lands a little bit. But hey, we would get at least 1 turn ahead to ultimate with her. And that would be pretty darn good. But a 4/4 for 3 with trample, absolutely. And sometimes Bloated Contaminator, of course, it would cost 2 with the Marauding Raptor out. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Something to think about. Or Staff of Completion. If we want potentially a little bit of ramp, proliferate at a later turn, that would be good. We could play Vivien Reid, do her +1, get her to 6, proliferate with this as well. She'd be sitting at 7. Then when it comes back around to our turn, boom, we proliferate again before we use any of her abilities, and she's sitting at 8 that way. Worst case scenario, this helps us ramp, helps us play the things, and then boom, maybe it leads to ultimating with Vivien a little bit easier, or any other planeswalker. Usually I don't consider the ultimates much. I just kind of pretend they don't exist, because you basically never get there. But hopefully we get there tonight. That's definitely an angle to explore. Otherwise, nothing too fancy. I did switch out Tranquil Frillback for Storm's Wrath. Storm's Wrath mainly is for, well, just a little bit more damage. Creatures with 4 toughness. Adeline, the Cinderwind, whatchamacallit, in mono-white humans. Drakes, Izzet Phoenix. We're going to be able to take out Thing in the Ice, which sits at 4 toughness before it's flipped. Crackling Drake, 4 toughness. Just hitting things a little bit more, a little bit harder. That's the main thing. And Ripjaw Raptor does survive that 4 damage still. I might as well go up to 4. Anger of the Gods, dealing 3 damage to each creature, and Brotherhood's End, dealing 3 damage to each creature. I mean, that still kills a Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor. It's not a whole lot different going to 4. Topiary Stomper does potentially die to Storm's Wrath, but I may not have been able to attack and block with Topiary Stomper anyways, at least for a few turns. If I'm playing Storm's Wrath pretty early, I still may need a few lands, unfortunately. So I don't see a whole lot difference. I don't see a whole lot of a loss with Storm's Wrath. Potentially, I may have played Regis or Alpha, but I imagine I'm probably going Storm's Wrath before I do this. But if I do this instead, maybe we're in a good position. We can just continually beat down on the opponent, attack that turn, attack the next turn with everything, especially everything that I know is going to die to the Storm's Wrath. Then we cast this in the second main phase, blow up the opponent. Whatever Shieldred blocks, boom, she's going to be low enough that we take her out with this and potentially everything the opponent has. Then we also hit Planeswalkers. Lovely, lovely stuff. Possibly casting Storm's Wrath on turn 3. Thunderherd Migration on turn 2. Then we play the 4th land on turn 3. Ooh, that is lovely stuff. We'll reveal Marauding Raptor. The opponent is thinking, oh, they're going to play creatures. Yeah, alright, I'm ready. I'm going to play some of my own creatures, potentially. And they do that, and, well, we sweep instead of playing the thing I revealed. Never let your opponent know your next move. Ooh, sometimes you can catch them by surprise, so hopefully we get to do that tonight. Yeah, Nullhide Ferox still in. Maybe Nullhide Ferox will continue to scare away mono black waste not discard. I'm looking forward to it. Scary art, scary potential against that deck. Back to nature. Hose, 5-color Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation, all those enchantment decks as always. Hey, Pterosaurus, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Ooh, it's going to be good tonight. Fired up. 2 copies of Xenagos. Also, Xenagos being a creature, a thing that is kind of card advantage, that makes things bigger, all that stuff being attached to a creature is something that I could grab with Vivien's +1. I could have a Embercleave doing the same sort of similar thing, but I wouldn't be able to grab it with Vivien. There could be a very desperate case where I really just want to grab something that makes something bigger. And now I'm able to do that because my stuff is, well, there it is. Tweak Boros Dinos a bit. Good stuff, good stuff. Sometimes it takes a lot. You got to see a lot of different scenarios, you know, bad cases, good cases. Get as much perspective as possible. Certainly there's a lot of perspective here. If you are new, if you happen to be new, there's about 450, 500 live streams about that many separate episodes. So there's certainly a lot of perspective on dinosaurs. Some lists did not go so well, but it is live. There is no hiding, pretending like something is better than it actually is. Yeah. But I still want to get back to, doing separate matches, maybe curating things a little bit at some point. Oh, that is good. That's going to be lovely. Cut, how's it going? Oh, this Vivien Reid, it's going to pack a punch. Absolutely. Hey, that's all right. You couldn't get there yesterday. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Always a lovely thing when you have marauding and potentially Ripjaw Raptor. However, we are seeing Jangatha the Wellspring, so that could mean Rakdos Sacrifice, something painful, or Boros Convoke. Oh, it's getting a little bit glitchy there. Maybe I missed an update or something. I'm going to see if I can close down a few things and make sure it's not so bad. Well, hopefully Marauding Raptor survives. We'll play it. We potentially could get Ripjaw, although I imagine it's going to eat a fatal push. Oh. I never would have expected that. My. Marauding Raptor living against Rakdos. Mid-range sacrifice, whatever it is. I'll take it. Wow. I don't expect Marauding Raptor is going to continue to live. Of course, I imagine it will probably die this turn. Might as well get some use out of it. Possibly fatal push on Marauding, and then maybe they take out Ripjaw with Go for the Throat or something like that. Sacrifice the blood token to meet fatal push's requirement. Oh, wow. Look at that. They can't attack. They can't do anything to Ripjaw. They won't attack. Oh, we deterred their aggression, and now it might be almost too little too late. Really should have played that, played a Carplucent Forest instead. I'm not used to Marauding sticking around so long. If I had gone Carplucent Forest, I could have gone the second Marauding, which would have reduced Xenagos to 3 and still been able to play both of them. Oh, yeah, that third land, absolutely. Lovely art there with the Black Cleave Cliffs. I love extended art like that. Perfect, but certainly, it's got to be Xenagos. We're going to double Ripjaw Raptor, make it as big as possible. Oh!
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
You're a magpie and you can't lie. Hey, that's all right. I should show you guys my dinosaur binder. It's certainly a magpie. It's a nest, multiple nests of magpies combined, all the shiny dinosaur one. You guys probably have seen it, some of you, but some of you may not have. Oh boy. I showcased it, I think, the most recent stream I did when I was looking for my copies of Castle Garenbrig here. Couldn't find them forever. Man. Yeah, I have so many foil Carnage Tyrants, promo pack Carnage Tyrants, foil Marauding Raptors, foil Star of Extinctions, promo packs, the Zakamas, I lost track. However, Rakdos Sacrifice, Storm's Wrath, we're going to take out all this stuff. We're going to trim Huntmaster because, well, we got there without Huntmaster, and Huntmaster's super duper easily going to die. Basically guaranteed. We got very fortunate that the Maraudings did not. Nullhide Ferox, if they have some discard stuff, maybe they do have Lillian of the Veil. I'll have to think about that. Trim Galta. 1 Tranix Rex. I do sense Furnace Rains or something that steals creatures could be in the mix, and I don't want Galta to get stolen. I've had that happen before, and I've lost when Galta has gotten stolen, and that was rough stuff. Ooh. Keep the folders in the vault. Huh, yeah. Maybe I should. Fireproof, something like that. However, this I am going to keep. It's kind of rough. Going from Marauding to Carnage Tyrant, it could be a little bit light on just stuff in general. However, we have 4 lands, one of them being Castle Garenbrig. All we need to see is one more land. And we can use Castle Garenbrig, at the very least on turn 5, to make 6 green. Getting Carnage Tyrant no matter what. And that could be pretty darn devastating. Fortunately, they only have a source of red with the Ramanap Ruins. So Marauding Raptor at least should be safe. I would hope. Cross your fingers. We'll try for it. If Marauding Raptor survives, it does mean we'll be able to go Nullhide Ferox next turn with that cost reduction. So hopefully it's not Claim the Firstborn and Marauding being sacrificed to Witch's Oven there. They said oops, so I imagine they're going to do something to Marauding. Claim it. Oh, I've never faced off against Rakdos Sacrifice in my life. Hashtag pre-recorded. Whether that's a benefit or not, I think it's a benefit to have faced off against a particular deck so often. Yeah. I wouldn't really call it an oops. I knew exactly what would happen. No surprises there. Hey, we took them down, and we got that 5th land. Like I was saying, it would be pretty rough. A pretty low chance to not get at least another land. So we got Carnage Tyrant coming in hot, eventually. Nullhide Ferox could be pretty devastating. Having the technically Ward 2 might buy us enough time that it does survive. Hopefully they go Liliana of the Veil and make us discard. Ooh. They may not have any copies of Liliana of the Veil, maybe just being sacrificed, but yeah. At least they haven't gone Thoughtseize. That's pretty good. Oh boy. Yeah. Just a good old Nullhide Ferox. Hopefully that buys us a little bit of time. Also, Nullhide Ferox, it is the same as Shifting Ceratops, and certainly Nullhide is going to survive quite a bit easier than Shifting. We could sweep everything with Storm's Wrath, and Nullhide Ferox still might survive. Yeah, you gotta pay an extra 2 to target it. I imagine Nullhide is gonna stick around. Or at least they'll just simply tap out to take it out, buying us a little bit of time. If the Hexproof stayed around on Nullhide Ferox all the time, I think we'd be pretty good. Yeah, no point in them attacking. Beautiful. Okay, we'll go Karplusan Forest. Mostly because I want to make sure I at least have 2 sources of red for a following turn. Storm's Wrath. Attack with Nullhide Ferox. Very nice right there. The opponent's getting a little bit sad. Things are getting away from him. Not going to bother attacking with the Nullhide because the cat would block. If Nullhide Ferox had Trample, certainly I would have done that. Oh boy. And they got quite a bit of mana with Jangatha the Wellspring, able to tap for a mana of any color, which, come to think of it, since Jangatha is the companion, they can't use Liliana of the Veil because each creature can't have more than one of the same mana symbol in its mana cost. Liliana of the Veil has 2 black mana in her mana cost. And we're getting pretty low. Storm's Wrath is going to smoke him pretty good next turn, or we just play another Carnage Tyrant if it makes sense to do so. Fortunately, they haven't played Mayhem Devil. Certainly if they do that right now. Okay. Oh, 3 Witch's Ovens. That's not fun. Oh, okay. So all the Witch's Ovens are tapped. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. So we can take them out. They won't be able to make any foods. They won't be able to sacrifice the cat in response. Do I like that? Huh. Perhaps I don't. I think I kind of just like another Carnage turret. Play that. Attack with the one I have out already, possibly taking down Jengatha. Yeah. Don't worry about Nullhide Ferox and hope for the best. See if we can take out Jengatha this way. But imagine bad stuff would have happened. Yeah. Storm's Wrath taking out the Harvester and the cat would have been nice. We would have connected with a decent amount. But I still think it could have been too risky. Would have been hit with Jengatha plus Hive of the Eye Tyrant this turn, which would have been a total of 8. Could have been a pretty good chance that we would have... Yeah, just would have gone down. Ooh, that is probably... Well, not quite going to be it. We should be okay. I would think. Carnage Tyrant blocking Jengatha there. Lovely stuff. Nullhide Ferox blocking the Blood Tithe Harvester. Taking 3, going down to 7. Oh, yeah. Might be all over at this point. Close. Almost. Okie dokie. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Guess they do get a bunch of foods if they sacrifice Jengatha. 2 foods. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, Vivien Reid. Wow. Now the question becomes, what do I want to do? Actually, I have to pay 2 to use Storm's Wrath right now. That would be the best. Let me think. Trying to think how I can save myself. Attack with 1 more Carnage Tyrant. Or both Carnage Tyrants. Wouldn't quite be lethal, and bad stuff could happen next turn. You know what? I like Topiary Stomper. We'll be at 7. We'll have another blocker. Another life. Attack with 1 more Carnage Tyrant. Whittle them down to make sure when we attack we'll get them. Don't leave them at a few health. Leave ourselves too exposed. A Mayhem Devil easily could finish things off. Again, Nullhide Ferox doesn't make sense to attack with. Wouldn't be doing anything anyways. Alright, here goes nothing. Hoping there's no Mayhem Devil. Yeah, if they didn't have so many Witches Ovens, that'd be a lot better. Okay, yeah, they might have Stomp from Bonecrusher Giant, finishing us off with exactly lethal. That is going to be unfortunate. Nuts. Oh yeah, finishing us off with Ramanap Ruins. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Oh. Yes, yes. Anytime, Victor. Anytime. Anytime, any day. I'm always on my phone, so always connected to Discord quite easily, quite nicely. Hoot. Okay, let's take down this pesky sacrifice deck. We'll get him. We'll get him. Good stuff. Thunderherd Migration, 2 lands, Topiary getting us to a 4th land after Thunderherd. Oh, okay. I was a little bit worried about Thoughtseize there. Phew. Oh, alright. I'm liking this. Boom. Dinosaurs, the only deck with access to rampant growth. Lovely stuff. Alright, not too bad. Oh! My goodness, they better not have a Mayhem Devil next turn, or else there's going to be Mayhem. Certainly play that Topiary Stomper. Get ahead in lands. Probably sweep them next turn. Definitely if they play Mayhem Devil, if you see it, you kill it as soon as humanly possible. Yeah, you don't have to ask any questions, especially if they have kitty cat shenanigans. Nope, don't do it. Could possibly play Carnage next turn if we get it. At the very least, we get a Storm's Wrath and smoke them a little bit. Oh my goodness. Phew. Okay, wow, that is very nice indeed. Lovely stuff too. I get to make, well, hold on a second. Use that mountain. I get to make 7 green, playing Nullhide for 4, Topiary for 3. I'm at 6 lands. Topiary, the second one that I play, gets us to 7 for both of them. We got some lovely bodies. Of course, I'll attack with Topiary Stomper. It has Vigilance. It's going to force the cat to block it. Sacrifice itself in response, but might as well. Dino Wrangler, Adam. Yes. I'll try my best. It is pretty hard to wrangle opponents, especially a Rakdos Sacrifice player, as we've all used or likely faced. Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven. I'll get revenge. You see, I'm sitting on 2 Storm's Wrath, so that is going to be quite devastating. I just hope I continue to not see a Mayhem Devil. If I do, we basically only have 1 turn. Okay, that's not Mayhem Devil. Good. I like it, yeah. Well. It's just too bad Topiary Stomper doesn't have Trample as well. I don't think it would be too broken. They could have given it Vigilance and Trample. It's still a pretty decent drawback. Kind of also like Ripjaw here. You know what? We'll go Ripjaw. We'll get a bunch of future value from that Storm's Wrath, and then we'll attack them with as much as possible. Try to take things down. At least do a little bit of damage. Force them to lose their creatures. Use the ovens. Yeah. Make use of the Topiary Stompers because I may need to sweep next turn before I attack with everything, just to clear things out. And I definitely think I'll probably do that, especially with Reflection of Kiki Jiki flipping. It doesn't have haste, so we have a turn until it can start making a token of other non-legendary creatures. It's pretty nice that I take out the Goblin, though. I do keep him from making a treasure. I just have to hope they don't get Mayhem Devil with this unlucky Witness. Good. That certainly would have been unlucky. Hopefully they didn't draw it with Deadly Dispute here. Yes, all is well. All is well, JDX. Lovely night last night. Kind of lovely here. Fatal push on Ripjaw. That is the usual, the norm. And just unfortunate they got 2 ovens out. Would be nice to have something that took out all artifacts, but that's never super applicable. It's not common enough that I would want to take out a lot of artifacts. Brotherhood's End, of course, has the option to do that, which could be nice. Of course, like I mentioned, Storm's Wrath taken out. Now Topiary Stomper being at 4 toughness. Yeah. Certainly Brotherhood's End would have been better. Just stopping by. All right, all right. Yes. Hey, you do what you gotta do. You have a good time. That's what life's all about. No Mayhem Devil. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. We'd be almost dead if they do play it. Oh! Well, it's not really a jinx. It had to happen at some point. Okay, so... ooh! Thoughtseize. Seeing both of the Storm's Wrath. That's going to be painful. Well, we'll be taking 1, 2, 3. I don't think we'll be dead, but we'll be kind of almost dead. Attack with everything. Go time, go time, go time. Here goes nothing. Make use of those topiaries. Reflection if it blocks. They're going to do everything they can to stop us. It is, Adam, unfortunately. All these things not having trample. Very painful. Well, I try to do the best I can. Switch things up for a night. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it is always a good time. I just like to know something a lot. Having done one thing a lot, feels good being able to basically call it out. It's kind of cool. We do a bit of damage. They sacrifice a bit of things. We're not quite dead because we'll use this Storm's Wrath. Taking out everything. Getting some use out of those topiaries at the very least. We'll take... make sure it doesn't use both my reds. Okay, good. It's not using both my sources of red. I gotta pay 2 to take this off, and then I Storm's Wrath. Now. 2 ovens and a devil is just ouch, absolutely. We'll go down to 3. Oh yeah, they got high with the eye tyrant. What am I thinking? I always forget about the manland. Maybe the opponent has? Maybe they'll forget? They won't? They will? Oh! They missed it! They missed it! Oh! Oh! Woo! Oh, yeah, they said oops now. They realized their mistake. Another Nullhide Ferox. Oh boy, that could be good. We got 2 creatures to block the thing that has menace. Ooh, I like it. I like it indeed. I don't know. Maybe we can claw our way back. No, I guess not. Okay, yeah, they got a Mayhem Devil. Oh, Stomp from Bonecrusher Giant. Something that deals 2 damage. Oh yes, with the cat. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Ugh. I always wonder about that. Maybe they haven't played it too much. I don't think it's super difficult. You just get all the usual things. You sacrifice everything as often as possible, and you whittle the opponent down with the cat. And you hope you get a Mayhem Devil, and maybe you mulligan a little bit to hope you see a cat and the Witch's Oven, and then you just start doing stuff. Sometimes they're pretty bad, especially if the person is new and they just take forever, even if a person has used it quite a bit. Sometimes it takes a while, but if somebody was looking up best decks in Arena Explorer, but then they fire it up and they're not doing all the math, taking extra time to add it up, that could be rough. I don't get too frustrated. Don't really get frustrated. I know it can beat him. I just didn't quite get there. Man, that lovely Carnage Tyrant. Whew. Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. When I beat them, it is extra thrilling, I must say. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell. Hopefully it's just regular you know what. Dimir Rogues. Make disappear, censor. So, okay. So it is just Dimir Rogues. I mean, Soaring Thought Thief is rough. Hopefully that means we get Marauding and Topiary. Gonna have to worry about Drowning a Lock. Potentially able to counter Marauding next turn. Okay. We will have 2 cards in the grave. Oh, but they're tapped out. Never mind. I know exactly what I'm doing. Oh, I love it. Marauding for 2. Topiary for 2. Carnage Tyrant next turn no matter what. We have the 6th land in our hand. That's going to be beautiful. Hopefully it's not too little too late. The Nighthawk Scavenger there already is 4 power. And it, okay, well, that might do it. Too early Soaring Thought Thieves. Easily getting to, well, almost getting to 8. Soaring Thought Thief, one of them. If we have 8. Rogues they control get +1/+0. Yeah, that is painful stuff. I'm kind of thinking Topiary plus Ripjaw. I like it. I like that instead. Get to 7 lands, be able to attack with both. Ripjaw draws a card, also quite nice indeed. Be nice to turn on both Topiary Stompers too. Maybe they do have the Fatal Push for Marauding. They're going to kill it before Ripjaw enters. If they know what's good for them. Before we get the trigger of Ripjaw entering with Marauding. Oh, okay. Did they have just one? Could have sworn they only had 1 land tab. Huh. Yeah, I guess they just played the Soaring Thought thing. I don't know. Maybe I was seeing things. I don't know. Yeah, protection from blue is going to help. Shifting Ceratops to use reach. Absolutely. I never leave home without shifting Ceratops. So, hopefully that. Oh, man, it's painful stuff. Hopefully they don't have another Thoughtseize. My goodness. Yeah. But yeah, shifting, being protected from... Oh, 7 power. Yeah. Okay, well, we're probably done for. Sometimes there's not a whole lot you can do. That was good. Ouch. Alright, shifting Ceratops it is. Do I like Nullhide Ferox? Well, I think the only discard is Thoughtseize, so we'll leave that out. Huntmaster, I like the potential of going fast. Wrath for sure. Yeah. Trim Huntmaster dies to basically everything pretty darn easily. Certainly with the shifting Ripjaw. Drawing a card though. Pretty nice. I'll trim the Galtas. keep the big scary dinos that, excuse me, are hard to deal with in. 1 T-Rex. Also Vivien Reid, with most of the rogues having flying, her -3 could come in quite handy, so nice to have that potential little bit of interaction. Yeah, alright. Hopefully we can play around a counter spell, get that Storm's Wrath off, and take out basically every rogue. Because Soaring Thought Thief only increases power, it's not like their toughness is going to grow out of range of the 4 damage from Storm's Wrath. That hand definitely is, well, I want a better one. It's about the same level of bad. 1 chance to get the second land, I don't want to risk it. There is a lot of things for 2. Nice to see the stable ramp. No, we're not going to risk it. Ooh, okay, well, we don't have a dinosaur, unfortunately, for the 3 Thunderherds. But I will send 1 back, plus Xenagos, and we're going to have to cross our fingers that... you know what, we'll send Vivien Reid back. Send her packing. Hope for the best. Yeah, you never know. Crazy scenarios can happen. That's alright. Flash in the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Oh, flashing in the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Rough. We start to go Thunderherd Migration next turn. That's pretty good. They'll get to 8 pretty darn quick. 1 attack with the Thieves Guild, milling 2. Next turn to 8. That's probably going to be too little, too late. Not so great. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how she goes. If I had a Storm's Wrath, it would have been nice for sure. Grabbing a mountain, taking out everything. Painful stuff. A lot of death touch, a lot of flying, a nice chunk of life gain with that Nighthawk Scavenger, and that is it. Although we could draw potentially Storm's Wrath. Maybe that's going to help. I don't know. Sometimes the draws are bad. It's guaranteed they'll be good, they'll be bad. How can you mitigate that and make it just a sliver better? Sometimes that 1 extra land, 2 extra lands, that 1 card that's a little bit cheaper, over the course of 100 matches or 100 games, you'll get just a couple more wins. Oh, they milled Storm's Wrath. Oh,
It's a trap!
yeah, they milled the one thing I would have drawn to take everything out. Just bad luck. There's a chance for all these things to happen, and sometimes they just happen. RNG gonna RNG, yes. It is hard sometimes to not get tilted, of course, but no. People hide the painful stuff. I like being live just because it is efficient, having 2 kids. Of course, there is not much editing, a little bit of a setup, but also because it's the most real. There's no going back. There's no doing retakes, describing it. I have to be on point as much as possible, and I think that helps with just communication overall, which is also pretty good. All ramp, no ruthless aggression, yes.
Unforgivable.
I gotta remember to use that when painful things happen. This right here, also painful. There is 16 cards with a mana value 3 or less. 4 Topiaries, 4 Thunderherd, 4 Huntmaster, and 4 Marauding. And we didn't see 1 of 16 things in the opening hand. That's also kind of unlucky. But I'm going to keep it, because I'm going to hope that I see something for 3 or less by turn 3. One of the things for 2. By turn 2. Certainly could have been a whole lot worse. Mono, is it? Is it? Oh, the first is, oh. What did I say? What did I say?
Yes.
There you go. 12 things for 2. And then the 4 topiaries. That's what it's all about. Man. We are going to lose Huntmaster to removal for 1 red. Fiery Impulse, potentially. Something. Lightning Axe. That's overkill for Huntmaster. Top deck Fury, absolutely. You got a bunch of lands, you got a bunch of cheap stuff that you don't see. You got to think, keep in mind, there's a very good chance to get it in those first few turns. They're desperately digging for a source of red. I hope they don't get it. Oh boy. No source of red. Ooh, a tap Steam Fence. So they had a tap Steam Fence. That's very good because that means they don't have another thing that costs 1 in their hand. They played 2 Considers that turn. If they had another thing for 1, they would have paid 2 to have Steam Fence enter untapped, pay the 3rd thing that cost 1, the 3rd spell, getting Izzet Phoenix out. So they're stumbling a little bit. Oh, no, I can't cast Galta. They're stumbling a little bit in the things that cost 1 department. Yes. Regis or Alpha is all we need, I hope. Oh, but maybe Huntmaster will live. Hopefully they don't get another source of red. Oh my goodness, folks. Folks, we're rolling in it. My oh my. Certainly will attack with both things. The Ledger Shredder can't kill either. Do as much damage as possible. And yeah, we got to worry about 2 Phoenixes, but we're at a very healthy 19 life. So hopefully that means we're safe. If they don't do a whole lot, they're going to be killed by Galta. Man. That'd be pretty sweet. Galta on deck. 3 copies. Lots of copies. Hopefully they don't chain a bunch of stuff that costs 1. But sometimes that can... opt. But sometimes they have to play a lot of these cheap spells just to get the Phoenixes out. And then they don't have much else. They're mostly tapped out. And we just get to smoke them on the following turn. Cross your fingers. There's the Fiery Impulse. Fortunately, Huntmaster is still safe. And we will still get Galta. Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. What the? Ripjaw for 3, Galta for 2. Boom. Maximum aggression. Dead. Go. I hope. They got 1 mana up. What are they going to do?
Ruthless aggression. As many style points as you can produce. Whoa, my goodness.
Yeah, man, I think I'm getting the timing down. I should probably just make an actual clip that combines both of them at once, so I don't have to time it just right. But like you guys mentioned, being a DJ, mixing and matching on the fly, I kind of like it. Look at that, man. That's what it's all about. Exact reduction. Ripjaw 4 power, Regisaur 4 power, that's 8 power. Huntmaster is 1 power, getting to 9 plus the 1 reduction. Picture perfect. Okay, well, we got him. That's good. We don't have any graveyard hate because, well, maybe I should. Izzet Phoenix is finding a resurgence. I've faced it a little bit. So exiling the graveyard, probably on the agenda. Maybe a Trim Storm's Wrath. It seems I get the job done with the big trampling bodies easily and often enough. I may want that graveyard hate from Tranquil Frillback. A little bit more than this sweeper, we'll see. Or a few Tranquil Frillbacks, spread it out, make it more varied. Sideboard, of course. Shifting, I like it. Actually, I'm going to trim Huntmaster. Kind of want to trim Ripjaw. No, I'm going to trim Shifting. Shifting dies to a lot of stuff. They don't have too many counter spells. Now, one Xenagos. Keep both copies. Storm's Wrath coming in, like I mentioned about Izzet Phoenix, I think at the start of tonight. Thing in the Ice has 4 toughness. Storm's Wrath, 4 damage. Boom. That's where it's at. Potentially taking out 2 Thing in the Ices. Man, that'd be lovely. This hand, not so much. It's not like the other one where we got the Huntmaster. That's a little bit too low of lands, I think. I might actually risk that. 2 chances to see the second land to get playing both Thunderherd Migrations. Now we've taken a win from them. Let's risk it. Send Carnage Tyrant to the bottom, the most expensive thing that was in the hands of land. Cross the fingers. Sometimes I just like risking it. And maybe they have red-based removal. There we go. Of course, they could have a counter spell, but yeah, perhaps they had red-based removal. They're ready to kill something, and then they can't kill something. Oh, man, that's lovely stuff. Boom. What you gonna do? You're gonna Lightning Axe a land you're not. Fiery Impulse. Nope. Pieces of the puzzle. They're putting together the puzzling amount of damage that I'm able to deal. Topiary Stomper, well... Topiary and Thunderherd Migration are basically the same thing. Topiary Stomper does open up the potential of them using something on it. The Lightning Axe to discard an Izzet Phoenix in their hand. We got to get a Source Red though. Definitely. But yeah, Lightning Axe to hit the Topiary Stomper, which would discard a Phoenix into the graveyard. Let's keep Phoenixes out as much as possible. Looks like they'll at least get one. We'll send it back to the graveyard with Storm's Wrath, potentially. Maybe this list isn't using Thing in the Ice whatsoever, but I think that is the most common list at the moment. Thing in the Ice, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you remove an ice counter. When you remove the last one, it flips into the Awoken Horror and bounces all non-horror octopuses, krakens, and those creatures to the hand. Get your Phoenix. Not too bad. It's just 3 damage. That's okay. We'll play Ripjaw Raptor. We'll hope they don't have a Lightning Axe. If they do have to double up on removal, that's okay. Lightning Axe dealing 5 damage. Taking out Ripjaw in one go is the best bet. Oh! Am I good or am I good? They don't have 2 instances of damage drawing me 2 cards. That's the most efficient way of doing it. My, oh my. I have been playing against Izzet Phoenix for years and years and years. Going back into Historic when they had Faithless Looting. That was bad stuff. Yeah. Deathgord Scavenger actually would be quite good if it is against a graveyard deck where you really just have to take out one specific thing, the Phoenix. I have quite a few cases going back years where Deathgorge Scavenger enters the battlefield, it exiles the Phoenix. Oh, why'd they do that? Oh, enough to... They had another Phoenix in that they wanted to grab, but they wanted to play the 3 spells. Okay. I see what it's all about. I could see them killing us next turn. We basically have to go Storm's Wrath, unfortunately, and hope they don't play 3 spells this turn. I think they're probably going to. Make him jump through a hoop, at least. I did not want to go down to 2. Oof, the Crackling Drake again. Storm's Wrath. Taking out the Crackling Drake. Too little too late though, because we have nothing with flying. Ew. But we know we have something that takes out the Drake, thing in the ice, all that stuff. But seeing the Crackling Drake, I think we gotta go shifting Ceratops. Bojuka Bog is pretty darn good. Entering the battlefield, exiling target graveyard or target opponent's graveyard. I have used it a bit before in Historic. But there is also another graveyard hate card, Scavenger Grounds. It's a desert, taps for a colorless, or you can pay 2 to sacrifice a desert. Usually it is Scavenger Grounds specifically. Pay 2, sacrifice it, boom, exile all graveyards, I believe. Yeah, lovely stuff. I think I'll trim Galta. I gotta trim something. Still leave it in that Vivien Reid though. Yeah, 1 Xenagos. Nah, Tranix Rex. Go time, go time. Come to think of it, let me find the Scavenger Grounds episode that I recorded probably about 1.5 years ago. Somewhere here. Oh yes, play first. Ugh. Oh, that's pretty gross. Not even 1 source of red, which Secluded Courtyard, if it was an actual dual land for non-dinosaur stuff, because I am using a sweeper that requires 2 red, it does get a little bit awkward with Secluded Courtyard only tapping for dinosaurs. That is painful. That's a little bit better. We got Thunderherd Migration. We'll send Tranix Rex to the bottom. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully they don't have something for 1 that counters this. I'd be surprised if that was the case. Ugh, Spell Pierce? No, we're good, we're good. Phew. Okay, 1 second. Oh yeah, Thing in the Ice, my goodness. But yeah, that is the episode I recorded specifically talking about Scavenger Grounds, which I'm thinking I might slap that in the sideboard. Thing in the Ice certainly is evil. But if you think I haven't talked about a potential card to use in Dinos, again, there's a very good chance. I have an episode, I have a stream where I talked about it. It's kind of fun. You guys mentioned something and I'm like, boom, there you go. Got you covered. I mean, if they want to use 3 things to take out Topiary, that's fine by me. I already had my benefit of Topiary Stomper. They will be bouncing whenever I play, so I'll play Topiary to get a land, Carnage Tyrant. At the very least, we'll be taking 7 from the Awoken Horror. Ouch. Bounce it. Painful. You can see how Graveyard Hate wouldn't have done much. They got Awoken Horror. They're not doing anything with the graveyard, so also painful. Am I mostly dead? Not quite. Carnage Tyrant would mostly stop the Awoken Horror. What do I like to do? Yeah, just Carnage Tyrant. Too bad we didn't have 7. We could have gone Ripjaw plus Topiary. Oh, absolutely. Thing in the ice is... That's where it's at. Devastating, to say the least. Fortunately, they can't target it, but we will be mostly dead if we don't block Awoken Horror. Oh boy. Ooh, the Crackling Drake. I imagine that's going to be it. If we had at least a couple bodies that could double block to take out the Horror, maybe it could have been good. I can't trade with it. All good. Oh, interesting. Are they not attacking with the Horror? Huh. I think they're worried about a potential Ember Cleave, maybe. Okay, I'll take it. And guess I'll just play another one. I imagine we are dead, especially to a Phoenix and various other damage. Yeah. The Ledger Shredder and the Crackling Drake plus a Phoenix probably going to finish us off. Yes, it was a good game. That's how she goes. No. Too bad we weren't able to take out the Awoken Horror and the Crackling Drake all in one go with that Storm's Wrath. Would have been quite devastating indeed. They got 9 damage. And target their own creatures to play spells to get the Phoenix. Oh, 11 right there. What am I thinking? Yeah. Sometimes you just don't quite get it done. You got lots of lovely bodies other than the Phoenix, so... A very strong deck indeed, absolutely. Certainly got infinitely better when they brought Thing in the Ice into Arena. It's kind of recent, a little bit recent, and just elevated things. I did feel pretty good having something that could take out Thing in the Ice before it flips. I just didn't see it, unfortunately. The Horror flip. A horror of horrors, but shifting Ceratops, having protection from blue, just always being able to block the Awoken Horror. Never taking damage, blocking Crackling Drake, taking out Crackling Drake. But of course, if we have shifting Ceratops, they're going to take it out with their mono red based removal. 100%. I'm going to try this. I will have 2 for Marauding Raptor on turn 2, but I don't have 2 green guaranteed unless we draw another land. That would be ideal, of course. Is this another? Oh, we got Boros Convoke now with Jangatha the Wellspring. Oh, the double Ornithopter start. Oh boy. Well, hopefully they don't have Gleeful Demolition making a ton of creatures. Potentially it is all over next turn, unfortunately. Convoking the Loxodon Hierarcher. Whatchamacallit. Putting a counter on each creature that convokes it, or the Knight Errant of Eos. Oh. Magical Christmas start. Not so much. They have quite a few ways to do their thing. But still, very good. Being able to play 2 artifacts for completely 3 free with the Ornithopter there. At the very least, they don't have that sort. Oh, phew! The Source of Red for Gleeful Demolition. Oh, we dodged a bullet there, and we got the land, the exact one I was hoping for. Will it buy us enough time? We'll see. Having to discard the Regal Leosaur is very good for us. Mutating on a creature, each other creature getting +2/+1, supercharging all the tokens that they have. Sometimes that is also how they get the job done. It is not fun, but this opening is what I was crossing my fingers for. Does not get better. 2 green, draw 2 cards, you're left with a fantastic creature afterwards. And we got another Ripjaw. Yeah. Divine. Too little, too late? We'll see. If they have something big, I may use this Marauding to block so that we don't lose Regis or Alpha. But I could also supercharge them when I play it. Getting both these Maraudings to 6 power. Oh, there's the Gleeful Demolition. Who's the Convoker? No, oh. Wow, weird. Strange. I don't need 2 sources of red. Do I like Ripjaw? Do I like to draw 2? Yeah, I think I like that. We could get some other creature, another Marauding. That would be pretty good. Topiri Stomper would have been nice to play. Ooh, oh. Okay, this is good. Look at what's happening here. With cost reduction, there's a lot of times where you can only spend green on stuff. So if you have even that one mono red source or one colorless land, you'll see times like this, you'll be kicking yourself. The heck? Shots fired, absolutely. Yeah. Mal will attack with everything. And you can see why I don't like more than one mono red source. Painful. It gets me too many times. It's not often, but it's often enough because this is the only thing I play that I don't like it. Oh, absolutely. 1 to search if you're absolutely desperate to see it. Ooh. Man. Yeah, I've been messed up with 2 mono red sources. Yeah. Garenbrig's going to be good. Galta plus Carnage Tyrant. Hopefully they still haven't done a whole lot. Seems like they must not have a Convoke creature in their hand, which is very fortunate for us. But again, even with this mono red source, keep in mind, if we use it for Castle Garenbrig's ability, we turn that mono red source into a source of green, which is pretty good as well. It's a very nice thing about Castle Garenbrig. You turn a colorless source into a source of green for any creature or creature abilities. Beautiful. Always keep that little point in mind. Ah, they're just running down the clock. They're maybe... Oh! What? Huh. Okay. Yeah, that was wacky. Maybe the algorithm is taking pity on me after that loss to Izzet Phoenix. I don't know. Okay, well, so we know what we're facing again. Storm's Wrath. Keep in mind, Boros Convoke, the convoking creatures, I think the 2 most common ones, they have 4 toughness. The Loxodon Hierarch guy that puts counters on each creature that convokes, and the Knight Errant of Eos, 4 toughness as well. Storm's Wrath, 4 damage. Boom. There you go. Pretty straightforward. So we're bringing that in. Galta. They don't really interact basically at all, so we can keep a pretty risky hand. A risky hand that would get to Galta pretty fast and nicely. I think I'll do that. Let's trim the T-Rexes. Oh boy. Take out Vivien. Yes, okay, let's do Vivien. Bring the T-Rex. A couple of them. I was thinking shifting Ceratops, but that does die to the Storm's Wrath. Yeah, seems good. Yeah, it does make sense now that I think about it. Vivien not doing a whole lot for us. Okay. I'm just glad I locked those changes in. I forgot, I think, once or twice to sideboard last night. That's alright. It's always good chatting about stuff, describing things as best I can. Little tidbits of information. I go off on sometimes storytelling experiences of bad times that have happened in the past, and well, maybe they can be avoided. If you guys ever run into that, you're like, oh yeah, this happened to someone else. I'm not going to do it the way Tarzan did it. Okay, what? Whoa. I don't know even what I want to use for that.
Good Lord, what is happening in there?
I think that's perfect. We're wondering what happened in there to the opponent. Maybe they were stream sniping and they saw how painful it was tonight and they wanted to give me a belated birthday gift. That was a belated birthday gift from Juan. So thank you, Juan. That's what I'll chalk it up to. I mean, I'll take any win against Boros Convoke. Sometimes that is just... It's kind of like Greasefang. They do their thing super early, turn 2 or turn 3 Greasefang. They get Parhelion 2 out, making those 2 4/4 angels, and yeah. This hand though, very, very good. Well, even better, even better. We got Marauding Topiary. There's a very good chance with Castle Garenbreak. However, yeah, could have been a late night Taco Bell run, and they had to go absolutely. Painful against Spirits. Probably going to counter Marauding Raptor with that pesky Geistlight Snare when we try to go with it. Now the question becomes, do we try Thunderherd because it's less threatening for the Geistlight Snare? I think we'll do it. We'll reveal Marauding and then they'll save the counter for Marauding. That happened almost instantaneously. You saw that. So perhaps that means they don't have a Geistlight Snare. It was reduced to 1 blue because they have an enchantment and a spirit. Normally it costs 2 and a blue. But if they have an enchantment and a spirit, it costs 2 less combined. This could be good. Could be good. I like when things happen almost instantaneously, but probably not here. They got the Spell Queller coming in hot. Well, we'll try for Topiary. They're probably ready for Marauding. Maybe they'll let this happen. We'll see. Oh my goodness. There you go. Spell Queller goes back to when dinosaurs were first released. And I was preparing, well, Pioneer did not even exist. And I was going through Modern, seeing what I might face. And yeah, Spell Queller was nasty stuff. Very, very painful. That was rough, so I know this old foe. We do have Shifting Ceratops. Unfortunately, I'm not starting off with Shifting Ceratops. This is probably too little, too late. We'll try for Marauding. Certainly I would have liked to go Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor, but yeah. 2 card draws now, very rough. Victor, how's it going? Well, I mean it's going kind of painful. Sometimes that's the case. Just doesn't happen. Yeah. They got Mutavault, so that is and Supreme Phantom. We are supremely dead. I'm not really sure why they didn't also attack with the Mutavault. Odd. Maybe they thought I had Beseju who endures or whatever. Okay, so I don't know if Shifting Ceratops is going to be very good, but we'll give it a go. Vivien Reid as well, taking out something with flying, potentially. I think that'd be nice. Trim some stuff. Trim Galta, which can be countered. Boom. Pretty straightforward. I don't really like sweepers. I haven't really ever tried them. That can get countered pretty easily. It's always fun to think about maybe sneaking it in. But I don't think it's worth it. We'll just smack them with the bodies, I hope. Trim a T-Rex. Keep things a little bit lower, and here goes nothing. Yeah, well, Izzet Phoenix getting a little more popular. Spirits, I think. Perhaps it is time to dust off some rending volleys. 1 red, can't be countered. 4 damage to target white or blue creature. That would be good. You can have basically everything for everything, but it might be a 1 of or a 2 of, and you're just not going to see it anyways. You might want to go all in or more in on something specific, and Mausoleum Wanderer, maybe they're going to sacrifice it. They got that opportunity. I think they might. We don't have an extra one to... Oh, okay, good. I like it. I like it indeed. Whew. Now's the Geistlight Snare for 1. Hopefully not. Oh boy, strap yourselves in. Oh, I play against spirits way too much. Well, they don't have too many lands. We got a bunch. If we got Castle Garenbrig next turn, we would get Carnage Tyrant. And that might start to slip away from him. Pay that 2 life. Regis or Alpha. Spell Queller can only temporarily exile something with mana value 4 or less. So we do dodge that Spell Queller and hope they don't have a counter spell. We counter Spell Queller by playing something too big. Get him. They're probably crying. Oh, I was ready for the Spell Queller and not today, buddy. Okay. They wanted to Spell Queller. They wanted to exile a thing and have a body. No, not happening. Now they're wondering, do I still save it? Let's see that 6th land. Let's do it. Carnage Tyrant coming in hot. Well, another Regis or Alpha. They probably have another counter spell. They do have a lot of cards in hand. Cavern of Souls. Come on, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, let's go. Maximum aggression, because I can't block anything they play anyways. We're not dead yet. Rattle Chains? Oh, Rattled Chains. Let's just hope it's not Supreme Phantom. That's going to be some deadly damage. Am I playing against myself? I don't know. It seems like I'm playing against myself. I swear, I'm not on my phone with this deck. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Trust the Cards video. Heart of the Cards. And they are tapped out. This would be the juiciest of juicy Storm's Wrath. Yes, I was thinking Storm the Festival, but yeah, we're not getting the job done. Stuff just didn't stick and they had the counter spell. So, yeah. I'm going to somehow work in Cavern of Souls to stop things like that from basically ever happening again. Man, it's going to be divine. And speaking of Cavern of Souls, I got a script done up. I'm going to try and maybe record a video talking about the ins and outs of using it in a dinosaur deck. Maybe after I'm done the stream tonight. Still some more matches. Yeah. Sometimes you just don't get them. Nuts. But I still love Vivien Reid, man. The digging. You get her down, you dig. Ooh. You find something you need that much faster. +1, you dig 4. Next turn you draw a card, you go +1 again. You've dug 8 deeper than you normally would have. Chances are you should be able to find a really good, impactful creature. The Tyrannix Rex or Carnage Tyrant, whatever it is. And then ultimating eventually. Mutaron. maybe this is finally mono black, waste not discard. Hopefully, let's see that Nullhide Ferox. Put in the work. Again, nothing for 2 or 3. I don't want to risk this because there's some pretty expensive stuff. Again, a very good chance to see something for 3 or less. Maybe if I was on the draw, I might. Okay, we got there. That's infinitely better. 3 lands, Thunderherd Migration. One of those lands, of course, being the castle. Castle scare 'em big. I think that's my favorite name for it. Oh my, the opponent is going to be scared when they see this. Quake in their boots. We see that black. Maybe they had a fatal push that is doing nothing. You can't fatal push a basic land. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it comes. You better make me discard a card, buddy. They could also have Sheoldred's Edict making me sacrifice Carnage turn, so. Oh boy, oh boy. Actually, I'm just going to go Xenagos. Xenagos is not a creature, so we don't have to sacrifice it to the Sheoldred's Edict that they may have been holding on to. Boom. Hopefully that's what was about to happen. I always hate Carnage turns. Well, dying for that fact. I just hope they play something. Nope. Well, we'll go with Carnage Tarrant. We won't reveal another thing that we have. We can now play Tyrannix Rex. Everything haste, everything doubled. Oh my goodness. Use that Sheoldred's Edict. Do it. We at least draw it out, I would imagine. Oh! What do I press for this?
Call an ambulance! But not for me!
No Sheoldred's Edict. Castle Garenbreak, it's a little too late at this point. We can't play Tyrannix Rex. We are back down to only having 6. But yeah, that's oof. Are they just dead? Oh, discarding both Tyrannix Rexes and sacrificing Carnage Tyrant. Oh boy. That's not nice. Painful. Ooh. But almost any creature I draw would finish him off. Hopefully they don't have a fatal push for Huntmaster. Oh, we hit him for 2. Good. They didn't fatal push it. They had 1 source of black. They could have taken it out and they didn't. Oh boy. Oh, that clip was from the old show Dinosaurs. With the exclamation mark, I believe it is. Pretty sure. Oh, Archfiend of the Dross. Well, that thing's going down because Ripjaw Raptor is now doubled and haste. Nice. Get him. Draw a card. Boom. The puppet dinos, yeah. Oh, good stuff.
Get him a body bag!
Yeah, there's that go for the throat. I just hope they don't make me discard what I have. Oh. Look at that. It does not get better. Devastating. Dead.
What in the hell just happened? How did he do that?
Yeah. Didn't matter what they did. But it's very interesting. You don't always see Archfiend of the Dross. Huh. Well, they aren't blue. They don't have Metamorphic Alteration. That combo where they make one of my creatures a copy of Archfiend of the Dross. But my copy doesn't have the oil counters. So when it comes around to my turn, I automatically lose because Archfiend of the Dross says if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game. We control the one that has no oil counters. Boom. very painful. So we don't have to worry about that specific combo. But sacrificing and discard stuff, yes. Nullhide Ferox, more like Nullhide Unferox, because yeah, that's gonna pack a punch. But what do I want to trim? Vivien Reid? Maybe. I don't want to trim Xenagos. That was the all-star of all-stars that match. And Ripjaw Raptor an 8-9 haste for 4. Ooh. Ooh. Galta. I could see myself trimming Galta. 1 Vivien. Alright. Here goes nothing. Let's have a hand that is just Nullhide Feroxes in lands. And then that Thoughtseize, they have to discard the Nullhide, but we get it. Ooh. I'm going to keep it. We're on the draw. Huntmaster to Topiary if things live, but I guess they don't. They're getting rid of Huntmaster unless they have a Fatal Push for the Huntmaster. Man. Who doesn't love a 14-13 for 6? Trample, haste, can't be countered, hexproof. A beautiful sight indeed. Or a 16-16 trample, haste, almost hexproof with ward 4. They're gonna kill this. We'll see. I bet. Or they save it for the Ripjaw. Something perhaps a little bit more impactful. They don't have Fatal Push. Maybe they don't have a Shieldred's Edict as well. I would hope to see a Nullhide Ferox at any point now. March of Wretched Sorrow. Odd. That is odd. They didn't have to pay any extra. They didn't have to exile a card from their hand. Oh, I guess they did to... Oh, deal damage. Okay. They had to deal at least 3. Alright, well, we got the Stomping Ground. We got 3 lands. We got to 4. We see Castle Garenbrig. We get Carnage Tyrant next turn, but at the very least, we do have Ripjaw. Divine. Of course, when I have so many things that are green, and I often only need 1 source of red a turn, taking out one of the 3 Stomping Grounds is not a problem. However, they might have met... I guess they didn't. I was thinking they might have been trying to meet the requirement of Fatal Push, having a permanent leave the battlefield and then able to take out a creature up to a mana value of 4. Ugh. Yeah, they saw the painful stuff in my hand. They don't want to risk facing that down again. Maybe they'll get rid of Regis or Alpha. Huh. I mean, it's all very nasty. Oh, I think I have to... Okay. I accidentally pressed the pause button. Good. At least I realized that. The music is going once again. I think that's what I did about a month ago. I was rewatching the stream and the music all of a sudden stopped, so it's probably when I went to the second page there. Yes. Where's that Castle Garenbrig when you need it? We'll just start swinging with Ripjaw. That's not the worst case scenario. We gotta sacrifice Topiary Stomper. We weren't able to use it anyways. Oh boy. Interesting. They must have Fatal Push. Huh. I guess they don't. That is odd. Very odd. Finally, the Nullhide Ferox. Phew. Well, we'll be playing it. We have nothing else. Man, I love that animation. It's nice when cards actually have animations. Now I just have to hope they don't have Extinction Event. Naming even and... Ooh, Phyrexian Obliterator. That's not so bad. We just basically don't attack until we have a turn where it is lethal. Got to pay 2 with the Nullhide Ferox, of course. Take the ability off, and then we can play this Thunderherd Migration here. Reveal Carnage Tyrant, which is already revealed, so this is no drawback whatsoever. Now we're at 5. It's looking good. Yeah, just sit back, relax. We know the Phyrexian Obliterator basically is never going to attack. Pretty much never going to. Yeah. This is fun. We're in a staring contest until we have enough to kill him. I do like Xenagos though. That might mean we kill him next turn. If we get a land, or if it's Castle Garenbrig, or Xenagos, we have enough devotion too. That's also lovely. Yeah, I'll double Nullhide. If only he had trample, man. Alright, next turn might be it. It's like the Jeopardy theme song. Sitting around twiddling my thumbs until we got enough to get the job done. You can't destroy Xenagos there. Indestructible. Well, you can't exile it. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Okay, fine by me. I guess they wanted to gain a bunch of life. Oh, that's pretty good too. May not matter depending what we get. Oh, another Trainix Rex. That's rough. We'll get there eventually. Not quite. They can have Mutavault, become a creature, and Hive of the Eye Tyrant, stopping a bunch of damage. We can't attack with the Nullhide Ferox. And, yeah, just in a bit of a holding pattern. That's okay. That's okay. Next turn, I think we'll get him. Oof, okay, maybe not. One more land. Let's go. Yeah, Castle Garenbrig, lovely stuff. Trainix Rex 1616. That would probably get the job done. Now they can't go Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Oh boy. Oh boy, we got 4 Castle Garenbrigs. I think there's a very good chance we're going to get it. Or land. Any land. Let's do it. Castle. Castle. Oh! Oh! Oh!
You won! You did it!
There we go.
Yes!
Boom. Dunzo. Nice. You just gotta be patient, folks. You just gotta be patient and you smoke them. With absolutely devastating amounts of devastating super damage. You're still dead. Doesn't matter. Yes. Woo! Just do that. If you don't like Phyrexian Obliterator, you just sit back. If they only have one, they're never going to attack with it. They have to leave it back to block if you attacked with stuff. Oh, like I said, we hadn't seen one of the 4 copies of Castle Garenbrig, and we were a third of the way through the deck. That's pretty statistically improbable to to not have seen one of 4 copies of something. Or just another land for the Carnage Tyrant, but... Oh, I love Obliterator too. I do. I love how it completely changes everything. It makes you wait and think and hope. Changes the pace of it. It's a nail biter. Like, can I build up enough for that lethal swing that I don't have to worry about what the Phyrexian Obliterator does? Will they kill me? Will they sacrifice all my creatures? Will they sweep me with a extinction event and then attack, do enough damage? The oil slick one. Oh, the oil slick one is divine. Yes, absolutely. Mono black triple Shelly. Triple Shelly. That is that sounds pretty painful. I don't think I would want to go up against a triple Shelly deck. Ugh. Yikes. Oof. Alright, I think I'll leave it there for now. I could potentially do another match, but I want to get recording that episode focusing on Cavern of Souls in a dinosaur deck in Explorer and Pioneer. Got to also add the chapters as well. Yeah. Oh yeah, you. Turn 1 is. Oh my. Wacky stuff. I'd probably try and make the most broken deck possible that everybody would ban me from ever playing with them, and then I would end up never playing Commander. Even though it's casual, it can be competitive, but I would want to win at all costs. Beat them up. If that's possible with a dinosaur deck. We will get, of course, more lovely dinosaurs shortly in less than a month. November 10th. Hopefully I get my order. Maybe a day before, something like that. It is expedited shipping because I spent a decent amount, so I would hope it's expedited shipping. Yeah. Alright, we'll leave it there for tonight. Hopefully all you guys had a good time watching right now. Later on, don't forget to take a bite out of that like button. Have a good rest of your night, morning, evening, afternoon, rest of your time zone, wherever it is, whenever it is. Ugh. Almost did with Bruvac. Ugh. Bruvac. Oof. Painful. 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 Well, that's how it goes. Sometimes you just want to win more than keeping your friends happy, I guess. All right. Peace. Have a good one.